As I've said probably a few too many times at this point, I am relatively new to this platform. And in doing research and learning how to start and build a hopefully successful channel, you learn all about the almighty YouTube algorithm. How it's complicated, how no one knows what it wants, and no one knows how to hack it. But what if the YouTube algorithm was a good example of the universe and how purpose works? Crazy, I know. Let's discuss it. In this video, I'm going to discuss how the YouTube algorithm works as far as I understand it, how the universe and purpose might mirror it, if only slightly, and then what you can do with this perspective. I'm Melvin. This is my place. Let's get started. The YouTube algorithm explained. So I won't begin to act as if I totally, completely understand how the YouTube algorithm works, or suggest that I've had great successes with it so far at the time of this video. Stay with me. Mainly because I'm not trying to hack it, but as I understand it, it goes like this. So follow me, we've got a few steps to kind of walk through. First, YouTube receives your video. YouTube's native AI system analyzes your video details like title, description, the words that you say in the video, your metadata, so that information that you fill in, the tags, etc. AI compiles and analyzes all of that data. Then, based on this data, it takes your video and puts it in front of a sampling of individuals. So it'll show up on the Discover page or in the suggested videos column to determine if these people are interested in your video, to see if they'll click on it, to see if they'll engage with the content, based on your title, the thumbnail, all of those components, or how good you look. This sampling of people that you're presented to, that you're put in front of, will then engage with the video or not. And then based on that engagement, this provides the YouTube algorithm with data about how your video performs in front of this particular audience. And so of course, this particular audience has certain demographic data or characteristics, interests, the whole litany of things. If this sample of people don't respond to or engage with the content with clicks or views, YouTube samples you and your next videos and maybe even that video to a new sampling of individuals. It puts you in front of a new audience. Stay with me. If in this new sampling of people, let's say that they're interested and they engage with your content, this provides YouTube with more data about your channel, about that particular video, the content of that video, and who your general and broad content on your channel is likely for. And so as you continue uploading videos, YouTube keeps growing and sampling your audience with more and more and subsequent audiences to find the right people for your videos who will reward you with likes, views, view durations, subscriptions, and engagement. And here is why you needn't be afraid of the algorithm on YouTube, I guess in particular. You finding your right audience benefits YouTube because users stay on the platform, they watch and engage with your content, and ad spend, and the whole thing in the ecosystem of YouTube. So it's in the algorithm and YouTube's benefit for your videos to succeed, for you to keep creating, and for your audiences and your viewers to keep watching. So they stay on the platform until that everybody wins. Or at least that's what I've come to find. Remember, we're in an attention economy. So attention is the game. Also, during this process and after all of this sampling, once YouTube finds your aligned audience, they can then go back and binge all of your other videos that no one liked, that weren't successful, that didn't go anywhere. One day YouTube puts you in front of the right person, the right audience, and they say, wow, this is the exact person I've been looking for. I wonder what else they have said. Do you see the importance? Then all of your unsuccessful content goes up, and then you say, oh wow, I didn't know that would be so beneficial. I didn't know that would be so impactful, which is why everyone keeps saying, keep creating, keep going. Just one more video. And so that's my very basic starter understanding of the YouTube algorithm and being successful on the platform. And so hopefully at some point, like the stats around this particular video will show, but it's fine if it doesn't. But two key aspects of this, I'm certain, simplified process, maybe oversimplified, is consistency and refinement, or quality improvement. You want to be consistent to whatever degree possible in the type of content that you create, so that when YouTube is sampling you to all these different audiences, YouTube is not sampling a different you every time. You also want to be consistent in terms of uploading and delivering content. You want to keep going and keep uploading, because as you increase your content volume, YouTube has more data from what you say in your videos, from the types of people that interact with it, what category you're in, and any other pertinent data to help you further hone in on your unique and most aligned audience. And so this is not some lofty process. It's just like, which groups of people engage most with this content, and how can we get people to stay on the platform longer? It's difficult for even an algorithm, I imagine, to surmise this from one video or even 5 videos. I mean, imagine all the different types of videos you watch on the platform, but maybe not 100 videos if your uploads are consistent and your content is consistent, and maybe a lot less than that. And then of course there's the whole conversation about packaging and all the kinds of things that aren't pertinent here in this video. A note here though, don't feel boxed in like you can't change or do something different. As I understand it, it's okay to change, but make sure you change because your interest has changed. Then add some consistency and allow for some time, because at that point you're feeding brand new data. But don't change due to low engagement or low metrics while YouTube is getting to know you and which groups of users or friends of it, the algorithm, it might want to introduce you to. Don't stop digging before you strike gold. The other key aspect is refinement. As all of this is happening in the background and you keep uploading, get better at your craft inch by inch. If you are sharing your essential message or the thing that you are most interested in, for me, that's purpose, identity, creativity. At the beginning, your content and your quality needn't be professional. You don't have to be a top creator by video 5. Your early attempts inform the algorithm and get you closer to your audience. However, during this time, you should be improving your process, your delivery, and your video quality little by little. And notice that I keep saying inch by inch, little by little, step by step. So when you meet your audience, you are fully prepared to serve them and respond to their needs. If you let low views or slow early engagement stop you from creating or slow you down from feeding the algorithm, when you do find your aligned audience, you'll get your most viewed video and you won't have anything else to offer them. Or worse, you will have stopped just short of meeting the people that have been waiting to meet you. In another video, I said something to the effect of, on the way to purpose or where you want to be, when no one sees you yet, appreciate that quiet, because then you have the opportunity to develop without scrutiny or overexposure. This applies here. While your views and engagement are low and slow, refine your message, your interest, your delivery, your workflow, the quality of the product that you're delivering. Then once you are discovered, you have trained and you are ready to meet the needs of the people that you want to serve, or entertain, or inform. So how is all of this connected to the universe or purpose? What can a man-made algorithm teach us about the nature of being? Well, I am so very glad that you asked. Most of us are programmed from youth to be something other than what we are. So typically later in life, when we decide who we want to be, who we truly are, we often want to find people with whom to be that true version of ourselves. How do you do this? You decide who you want to be to whatever degree of clarity you have at any given moment, and you start being that person. You share what you think, you post weird pictures, you go to cool conferences, you find niche online spaces, you move. You keep sampling people and audiences until you find your audience who repays your authenticity with appreciation and companionship, or whatever else you're looking for. In this process though, it means following your hunches to go to a cool but atypical thing for you. It means responding to invitations you never anticipated. It means putting yourself out there so others can know that you're out there. But if every time you meet an audience or a group who don't accept or align with you, you change your interests, you change your message, you change who you are, you don't find your real audience, nor do you find the satisfaction of being that you're truly after. But once you're as clear as possible at any given moment, and it changes and it morphs and it grows about who you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to share, and you do so with consistency and continuous refinement of your interest, when you find your crowd, it'll be a meeting of minds and a merging of worlds. You will have built, developed, or studied yourself in something worthy of exchange with people you want to exchange and share with. Sounds a lot like the algorithm, no? So tips and recommendations, what should you do with this? Well, first, you get as clear as you can about what you want to say, offer, talk about, write about, create. Then you create at whatever level you're at over and over, and you keep going despite the seeming lack of success. You do this and you refine and you get better and better, making sure that what you're offering, despite it potentially being about you, can be of service to someone else. Be that information, education, entertainment, any number of things. Make sure it's packaged in a way or prepared in a way that someone can walk away with something. Then this way, with all of the seeds you plant and all the lines of code you unknowingly write with every submission and every moment of self-exposure, once you do find your core audience, you will have built a world that they can not only binge, but be transformed by. Analogy kind of fell apart, but hey, whatever. You get it. So be playful, because this process should never be so serious, but also be diligent and consistent. And I don't mean that you have to have a regular rote routine of delivery, but it should be continuous. It shouldn't be like one video every month, every 3 months, or one post every 6 to 8 weeks. Like there should be like a pulse, a rhythm, and you'll have your own unique rhythm. So find it and then be consistent with it. And then you want to deliver the best quality stuff you can. And this part is important at the level of skill you are currently at. When you're new and starting out, good enough is very often good enough. This is not about turning in slop, but the core message in failing fast is that you get more opportunities at bat when you don't spend too much time over perfecting. And you get to develop counterintuitively more quickly because you have more iterations and more versions for you to work on and develop on. You get a lot more practice. So while you are a novice, volume matters more than quality. Quality matters, but volume matters more. And I don't mean be a content engine, but like getting the routine of like, I'm doing this new thing and it's becoming regular to me. And now I can make spot refinements that I wouldn't have gotten to if every video had to be perfect before it was delivered. If every post had to be perfectly written before it was delivered. In this way, you get more comfortable and more of your effortless genius starts to come through, which is really what we want from you anyway. And so that effortless genius doesn't come from over preparation. That comes from being a natural. And being a natural comes from a lot of practice. So if you are a YouTube creator like me, post more videos that aren't so involved and overcomplicated. Don't just throw up stuff, but even that won't hurt you if you're regularly delivering your essential and your core message. Most of us are watching these videos and listening to things distracted anyway. Not me though. I'm always paying perfect attention all the time. And if you're any other type of creator, post more iterations and more content. This is a platform and situation agnostic message. This is for everybody. Feel the world that you want to live in with as many tries and offerings as you can reasonably muster. And watch as we're all transformed by it. So don't delay. Go feed your algorithms, YouTube or otherwise. And by algorithm, I mainly mean like the universe. Go be yourself. Your audience is waiting. Thank you so much, and I'll see you and talk to you in the next one.